Ooh, okay. I see you don't like this. Okay, okay. I'll stop using it.
What happened?
No second monitor for me. That's all.
Oh, oh,
Immediate, hey, encoding error. No, encoding overload or something like that is something's encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using faster encoding present preset. No, we're just gonna
gulp.
we're just gonna use this and we're gonna move on. And and we're just gonna start. We're gonna start. We'll be fine. Can shorten this and this. Don't need to see that because I can see you down here. All right. And there we go. And now, here we go. We start this off in the FBI field office where you work. It's late at night, the rain tapping against the glass. It's quite calming. And then the only sounds other than the rain you can hear is the fluorescent lights. That light's humming. As you get done with a report from a operation you've recently finished, you hear the PA activate. Agent Kennedy, the operator needs you in his office.
I see.
How do you feel?
I think I feel pretty confident. I'm gonna step out of my office space and head towards the front office.
All right. As you walk towards the uh the operator's office, you notice that a lot of your employees are gone. A lot of the cubicles and offices there are pretty empty. Can you roll a perception check for me real quick?
Yeah, I got a 13.
13? Yeah, 13 will do. I'd imagine you'd be naturally perceptive of
Yeah.
your surroundings. So you look around and you notice a lot of your a lot of your friends, well, not your friends, maybe acquaintances, some of the other agents you really didn't talk to much. Their desks are covered in dust. Like, it's a little thin layer of fresh dust. And they're
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
it's they're
Sorry.
it looks like they haven't been there in maybe a good month. And as
Hmm.
protocols, there are no janitors, so it's up to you guys to keep the company floor clean. When I mean company, I mean like your branch of field.
Right.
And you're now at the door of the the operator. What do you do?
Ooh. Uh, is the door open?
No, the door is not open.
Okay. Gonna see if there's anybody else inside right now.
No, no one's inside. It's just the operator.
Okay. I'll take a deep breath and turn the knob of the door.
As you turn the knob and calm yourself, you walk in, closing the door behind you. Agent Kennedy, it's glad to see you. Please, have a seat.
Okay.
So, how have you been?
I think I've been pretty good so far.
It's good. I heard you did really well in your last investigation.
Yeah. It's quite a doozy.
Well, you are our best. Let me cut the small talk. You're being reassigned.
Oh.
We're getting a substantial increase in death reports all across the globe, and each being relatively the same. We need you to investigate.
Hmm. There anybody else in the case, or
There has been, but we we haven't been getting back anything. We've sent a couple agents out, and we've gotten nothing back. We've lost 7 agents so far. And if you recall, when you were looking around the office space, you could point out at least 7 desks that had dust on them.
Ooh, I see.
So we need your expertise, per se, in this investigation.
I'll do it.
All right. Now, I will say, this is very, what we assume to be a now high class investigation. I've barely gotten the authority to let any of this out on this floor, let alone this company. You've been with us for 7 months. Top agent, no dead ends. And we're at a dead end. Pick up on other things other people miss. I don't like asking you this, but you are all we have.
I won't disappoint.
Alright, thank you. Right now, you'll be put on administrative leave. This will be as a way to keep you undercover. You'll Your existence will seem like you disappeared, or you didn't exist at all. This is a very high-class case. Your job location is in Japan. We believe, from what we've heard, that's where the source is. We expect reports. You don't have a deadline, just get them in. Uh, and
Right.
the operator passes the case file. But, like, yeah, he passes the case file. And Agent Kennedy, Godspeed.
There.
Then
I'll
you,
nod and take the file.
and as you walk out, just before you walk out, one more thing. He grabs another file and starts flipping through some pages. Huh. It's strange. Nah, it's nothing. And he hands you this and goes, "You might need this. This is a blank, what looks like to be a blank file." Um, and he goes, "You can write your reports in this and send them our way. If you have a notebook, you can write down anything you see."
All right.
And you are now free to leave.
Okay.
Do
I'll
do you want
exit
to?
the operator's room.
All
Oh,
right. Do you want to look at the case files you've been given?
yeah. I'll take a good read over them.
Which one first?
Probably the first case file.
You head back to your desk to prepare, and you look at the case file, the first case file the operator gave. It's
Hmm.
not very thick, but you pull out the papers and you read the title of the case as it reads Case File Silence. And you get information about some of the other things some of the other agents have reported on before going missing. Some things about dead zones where ecologically the life is prosperous, but the area around it feels dead. You see things where
Mm.
some agents have been seeing what they can only explain to be as ghosts, and a lot of the other agents file under these two directories. Either they saw things or they felt dead air. One particularly catches your eye. The last one. This last agent says they've experienced not only the dead zones and seeing the curses or the ghosts, they also experienced moments of silence where they've experienced light dimming and sound disappearing.
Very
The Now this other case file is completely empty, but for some reason one of the papers just says silence on it. It's barely readable
mm,
as it looks like it was redacted or tried its best to be redacted. It how do you feel about this paper?
if I'd say I find it quite odd, quite strange. Uh, would I have a black light in my office?
Yeah, I'd say you have a black light.
Okay. Can I use the black light on the paper?
Yeah, the
Right.
paper seems normal.
Huh.
Um, yeah, there's nothing too odd about the paper. There's a lot of fingerprints on the paper, and they all seemingly avoid the redacted text. There is no
Ooh.
fingerprints near the redacted text, and it's in the top left corner. It's in a corner where a thumb or like a finger, when you're holding a paper, would go over it. There are no
Hmm.
fingerprints on this text or around this text. And that's it for both of the case files. You just have a paper that says silence with fingerprints just missing around it, and the rest of the papers are empty for you to write your reports. And your actual case file.
All right.
Now we're gonna make a skip. We're gonna make a skip to where you're on the airplane. You're making your way.
Hmm.
You're in the airport. You're making your way to the international flight. Your flight. Nothing's too special, nothing too conspicuous. You get through TSA quite easily. As they've been already been told that a person of high value interest is boarding the plane. They're also somewhat on FBI payroll.
Right.
So you make your way onto this plane, heading off to Japan. It's a good, good, long, lengthy flight. So right now you can look around, see anything of noticed, or you could just fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around a little bit first.
You look around, you look around to get to know your surroundings and remember them just in case an emergency were to occur. Can you roll a perception check for me?
Yeah. I got a 6.
Mm. You don't notice anything too much, but
Hmm.
you don't notice anything too bad, and you feel like there wasn't really anything there to begin with, but you take a good look and try to memorize your surroundings just in case. And you take a glimpse at the time. Right now, it's say like it's like a good night time. It's like around 1 in the morning, almost like
All right.
just one. And you fall asleep. And I'd say what it would take like maybe a day to get from Florida to Japan.
Uh, Probably.
All right, so maybe like yeah, a good day. You sleep, and now you wake up and you're almost there. 5 hours from Japan. As you look around one more time to remember your surroundings, and get a foothold. Remember where you are. You enter Japan airspace. Um, can you roll another perception check for me?
Yeah, I got you. All right, we're just rolling with sixes.
I'll give you I'll give you advantage for this one. So you can roll twice again.
Roll another. I got a 14 that time.
14. Okay, that'll pass. For
Yeah.
a an inhuman split second when you enter airspace of Japan, it goes eerily quiet, like no sound.
Hmm.
And then it comes back within that second. It was barely recognizable, yet you caught it. What is
Can I
going
see if any of the other like I kind of want to see if any of the other passengers are
you can
kind of
openly
noticing
see
this.
without doing anything. You can see that no one suspects a thing. No one is no one is looking around. Everyone there's a lot of passengers are asleep. No one is no one noticed. And when I say inhuman, it was an inhuman reaction that you caught for that split second.
Yeah.
No sound was there.
I'll kind of be more alert.
All right. Now, do you want to go over like look at what you have? Actually, no. Your plane lands. Your plane lands clean, nice, and smooth. No turbulence, no delay. It was a nice smooth ride. And now you're in the airport. You're in the international airport. I don't know where because I didn't go over this.
It's in Japan somewhere.
It's somewhere in Japan. You don't get to know.
Okay.
Um,
Because why would my operator tell me that?
no. It's how much information you don't have. You don't have information. But you walk you walk into customs, you observe. Um, when you walk out of the airport, I'm gonna say, can you roll another perception check?
Yes. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm completely oblivious.
Damn, is it a nat one?
I got that one. Yeah, I got that one.
You noticed nothing. Yet you can feel something's off. You know you're naturally
Mhm.
perceptive, and you know you can see things others. So the fact that you didn't see something, yet you have a gut feeling something's wrong, doesn't sit right with you. Now, you gotta go head to where the most information you've gotten is. The only the only location. The urban industrial prefecture of Osaka.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna have you just in this airport. Just go around. You gotta get to Osaka.
Gotta get to Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see any maps near me?
The only maps you can see around you are for the airport itself.
Okay. Hmm. Uh, what all did I pack with me?
Your standard gear as an agent. You have a standard issue handgun, some rations, clothes, your case files, and some normal civilian stuff you can choose.
Uh, guess I'll look at the map and see where I am in relation to the exit.
All right, like the Japan, a map of Japan.
The uh airport map so I can get out of here.
All right. You look at the airport map and noticed that it's quite easy to get out. You notice where you're located, there is a help center not too far away. There is bathrooms littered all over the place, not far from each other, maybe 15 minutes of walking from each of them. And you're on the second floor, getting down a pair of escalators and through some corridors and out of the and you're at to the entrance and or exit. So where do you want to go?
Where do I want to go? So I need to get to Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any areas of note near where I'm at currently?
Looking at the map and looking around your surroundings, you can see the help center from where you're at.
All right, then I'll head over to the help center.
You go to the help center, and one of the attendees noticed you, and they go, "Hello, how can I help you? Do you need any help?"
Yeah, I'd like to know if you can help me get to Osaka.
Osaka. Yeah, there should be a subway train not too far away. Once you get to the exit, you should see some maps on how to get there.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Right. I'm writing this down for myself, actually.
You know what?
I'm writing this down for myself, so
Okay.
I got to grab my pen. Okay. And I'd like to head towards the subway that they pointed me to.
You make your way toward to the exit of the airport, and you see where they said, like, not even being just using the map, you see where the subway is, and you go into the subway and see that the next boarding for Osaka is coming.
Perfect. Uh,
And so you just have
Pause.
to
I gotta buy some tickets.
you gotta go get some tickets. Yeah.
All right. Actually, never been on a train.
Be fine. Promise.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume it's from a vending machine.
No, there isn't there's a train attendant not too far away. There's a booth.
Okay. I wanna ask if I can purchase some train tickets.
Yep, you can, and it's rather easy. You're able to get these train tickets with ease. Uh, just one to Osaka. Mm, Now you just gotta wait. The train will be here in the next 15 minutes. So I'm gonna give you some
Gotcha.
downtime for these 15 minutes and just look around and explore.
Okay. Do I notice anybody else near me?
No.
Hmm. Must be a slow day.
Yeah, not many people are here.
Hmm.
Not many people are, not many people are here.
Pretty strange for Japan.
Yep.
Can I
You,
ask the can I ask the assistant if they would know why there's not a whole lot of people here?
yes, yes, you can. You ask the attendant why there's not many people, and he goes, "Well, it's the end of the day. Usually see more people, so usually maybe just a slow day. Who knows? I don't pay attention."
Hmm. Yeah, that's probably fair.
And then he just kind of goes back to doing what he was doing earlier, which was nothing.
Pretty much nothing. Just waiting.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Can I notice anything strange about the lighting of the subway?
The lighting seems fine. Nothing too noticeable. Train gets here, and as you hear on the PA, Osaka train arriving. Yeah.
I'll
So,
get ready to board the train, I suppose.
as you get ready to board, can you roll a perception check for me again?
Oh no. That is a 16.
A 16.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it. You catch a slight glimpse of something right before the train arrives. Now, how do you feel? How is? What is?
I I I feel like something's following me. That's how I feel.
Mm, all right.
I don't want to take out anything just yet because I don't know. It could just be my imagination. But something's definitely wrong.
Something is definitely wrong. You are right. And then you hear on the PA, Osaka train arrived as the doors to the subway train open.
Is there anybody on the train?
No, it's empty.
Oh my god.
The but the
They
pass
really weren't
the
kidding.
the people that are around you start filing into the train and sitting down. So once you enter the train, it becomes decently filled.
Okay.
It reminds you of back when you had a field, like a field back in maybe say New York or New Jersey. The subway trains there.
Hmm. It's pretty cramped trains.
No, it's more light. When you had to go to the field there, a lot of people weren't allowed there unless they lived in the immediate area. And a lot of people kind
Oh.
of panicked and went to live with family. So not many people were there. It's a decently filled train, enough for everyone to have a spot to sit.
Okay.
enough to where people can choose where they want to be, with whether they want to be away from people or close to someone standing.
Hmm.
But it's
Can I pick a spot where I can see most of the train?
you notice there's a spot in the middle of the train next to the doors, where no one sat.
That's pretty solid.
So it is right in front of the door. It's right next to the door, right in front of you when you entered the train, in the middle.
Okay.
And you sit down.
Yeah.
All right. As you sit down, you hear Osaka train leaving, and the train kicks off and leaves, and nothing really happens, but it's quiet,
No.
really
Oh,
freaking quiet.
no. Gee, where's our music? Oh.
It is eerily quiet on this train,
Hmm.
as nothing happens for quite a bit. Then the lights flicker. Something not too. It's a train. Flights are gonna flicker every now and then, right?
Yeah.
The lights flicker again. Now,
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Hmm. It's not right.
and it's going steadily. Lights flickered twice now, and you're kind of feeling on edge because okay, lights flicker. That's night. It's something buses do or trains do, you know. But
Yeah.
unless there's something wrong with the train, it, and this is a mainly underground subway, something might be wrong. As the lights flicker again, and as the lights stop flickering this third time, a roar is heard at the end of the bus. And then right after this roar is, or in the middle of this roar is heard, you notice everything disappear.
Uh,
Imagine you are Billy Batson. Oh, you don't watch DC. You are now alone on this train. The lights are the lights are very dim and everyone is gone and nothing can be heard.
oh.
You don't even feel like you're
Oh
moving.
no.
You don't feel like you're moving on the train, but you can look at the windows and see that you're moving. But you can't hear that you're moving.
Mm.
You take a single
And
step
I.
and you don't hear it, and then everything is back.
Whoa. Okay. I
And
could have
you
sworn I got enough sleep.
and as you get up from this, you noticed not a second has passed.
What?
Not a second has passed. Now, what do you want to do?
I guess. I guess I'll report like a time anomaly of sorts. on
Mm.
my case file.
On your
And I'll
empty,
glance back at the spot.
yeah, at the end of your at the on your empty case files, you write that you've experienced anomalies or sound anomalies and time anomalies. And as you're finished writing this report, another louder, slightly louder roar is heard from the back of the bus.
Hmm. Are any of the passengers worried about this at all?
The passengers, they look like they can't hear it. Like it's not
Hmm.
even phasing them.
I'd like to keep my eye on the back of the train. I'd like to be really vigilant.
As you look at the back of the train, the lights in the back of the train are heavily flickering. But other than that, there's nothing noticeable. Then a slightly louder roar than before, is heard again. As you noticed, the
Hmm.
door to the back opens.
I'm gonna make a low movement to my bag where my handgun might be.
You reach to your bag and slowly arm yourself. Now, the roar you can clearly hear and is coming from outside the back of the bus. And it gets louder.
Fuck.
And
Hmm.
can you make a perception check for me?
Yeah. Wow, this dice hates me for real. I got a two.
I'll let you reroll that one.
Okay. Feel like I need it. That's seven.
That'll work. Um, you see a bright light in the back of the train.
Hmm.
What do you do?
Can I? I'd like to approach the back of the train.
You go and approach the back of the train slowly. Come on, music bot. Music bot, come on. Do your thing. There you go. You approach the back of the train, and you are now in the back of the train. You can see the train track and the small light. It is actually outside of the train. And then it disappears. Can you make another
go like
perception
that.
check for me? With advantage, since you gotta see this.
17.
17? Yeah. You see the curse in front of you. It is chasing after this train.
Can I guess I'm gonna try and shoot at the curse. Actually, before I shoot, how many rounds does my handgun have?
You didn't bring anything. You didn't bring any with you. So you just have, I'd say, 7. Or no, not 14. Sorry. 14 loaded right now.
Okay.
But you noticed that this thing is fading in and out of existence. Like you're trying to. It's there and not there. Like your eyes are correcting something that shouldn't exist. Can you make another perception check for me?
Yeah. That's a 12.
That'll work.
Shut up, Lurp.
No, you did say you wanted a song for your first fight encounter. I'm not gonna give you that.
Okay.
I will do this one though. As nope.
Oh, I see what's up next. I'm scared.
um, as you go to pull out, your gun, this curse is getting closer and closer and closer, and picking up speed. Uh, and you get to fire a couple shots in it, and it looks like it does no damage until
Oh.
it finally just kind of roars at you, and then it just takes a bite out of the back of the train.
Oh shit. I'm gonna shout at the people towards the front of the train to try and get it to stop so that I can evacuate everyone on it.
You start running back to the other passengers and start panicking or calmly just act this out for me. You're back in the passenger train or compartment.
Okay. We need to stop this train, everybody. Like, can we get somebody to stop this train?
The passengers
Everyone needs to get off now.
The passengers look at you like, "Yo, what is happening?" Like,
look, I can't explain it right now. We need to get off of
and
this
then
train.
all of a sudden,
Something is
chomp, and the curse is now visible to everyone.
Fuck.
And everyone now starts panicking. You bring out the conductor of the train. And you go, hey. And you know what? You bring out the conductor of the train. And just act it out.
Look, man, you gotta stop this train. Like everyone needs to get off now. There is something back there.
And he's just not
You,
believing you at all. Until now, the train compartment, you were about 2 train cars down before some people started leaving to go to the where the conductor is. Now everyone
Mhm.
is in 1 train car and can see the curse. And
Oh no.
and the conductor is just looking at the curse. Just like, yeah, yeah, we'll go speed up the train. I'm gonna try to get us out of here.
Speed up the train! It's on the train!
No, no, it's not on the train. It's chasing the train.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, we need to go, man.
And as the conductor tries to speed up the train and go back to the compartment, something latches onto him and pulls him back. The conductor is now dead,
Holy fuck.
and the curse is able to now it's on the train and it grabs the train. It is holding onto the train, and the train is still going. As
Am I near the train controls?
huh?
Am I near the train controls at all?
Everyone is in the compartment, and the door to um the front of the train is open.
Okay. I would like to see if I'm able to somehow speed up the train faster.
You are able to speed up the
Anything to
train
make it
a
lose
slight
its
bit.
grip.
Um, as you speed up the train, the curse holds on tighter, and more and more people start trying to file into this one space. You've sped up the train car enough where the curse now is no longer holding on to it, but is chasing it again. It's lost its grip.
Right.
And you hear over the radio, um, you're now approaching Osaka Station. You have 5 minutes to stop the train in time to the uh the station. Or not 15, 20.
That's not a lot of time to stop a train. Okay. So I've got 20 minutes to stop this train.
Mm-hmm.
What am I looking at on the controls?
You're looking at the controls and you do not know how to work this thing. You understand where the speed up and speed down is, but that's about it.
Okay. Is there a manual nearby?
Oh.
Okay. Cool. I have 20 minutes to slow down this train.
Mm-hmm.
I likely would have seen how fast it slows down at the station.
Probably would.
I am going to begin to decelerate it, but not by much.
You begin slowing down this train, and the curse is now getting closer and closer. Um, can you roll me a d20?
Yeah. Oh, let's go. 19.
You're doing really well, and you're able to slow this train down a lot, but the train hits something on the tracks, and it hits a bump. This gives the curse enough time to grab it again, and it throws it off course. The train is now crashed right outside Osaka Station.
Yikes.
What do you do?
Um, is there anywhere I got thrown while also being thrown around in this train?
Uh,
Where
a
am
lot
I?
of
I'd like to get my bearings.
you were a little jumbled in the conductor's train. It's still upright. The train is
Okay.
still upright. It is just now sideways, right outside the station. Thankfully, no one is here. Again.
Thankfully. Jeez. Can I still see the curse?
Oh yeah. The curse is a ways away, but is rapidly approaching.
I'd like to run open to the nearest set of doors I can open
I don't
and
think
see
you
if I
need a
can
set
get
of
people out
doors.
of the train.
There's a big hole.
Yeah, no, or we could just tell everyone to get out.
You were able
Yeah, I'll
to
shout at everyone to get out of the train.
you shout and everyone starts filing out the train and getting to safety. And all the passengers, minus the conductor, are safe.
I just think the conductor's dead, bro.
And the conductor is dead. As this curse is now rapidly approaching you. What do you do?
I would like to again try and fire like at least 2 shots into it.
You start firing your gun into it, and it just doesn't seem to slow it down nor affect it at all.
Hey, I'm gonna try and run out the same way passengers did.
Um, roll me a dexterity.
Let's see here.
Actually, no, not a dexterity. Roll me a con.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 16.
16. All right. You try to
Yeah.
run, but you feel perfectly fine, but you can see that you twisted your ankle and you trip trying to get out. You are perfectly fine. You don't know why, but it feels weird to walk on.
I'm
And
gonna assume that it's my adrenaline, and I'm gonna like at least try and get up.
you're able to stand up, and right when you're about to escape, make a dex, please. Dex check.
Another next. Oh, that's a 13.
Yeah, no, you are grabbed right before you're trying to escape.
Oh, yeah.
And you get a good look at this thing. It is phasing in and out of existence. And as you're about to get uh eaten, the curse, you hear a loud boom. Yeah, you hear a loud boom from behind the curse. And the curse stumbles a bit.
Mm.
And then it seemingly disintegrates right in front of your eyes. As you hear somewhat familiar voice. And as you hear this voice, the lights around you now undim, no more flickering, and you hear the voice speak. Oh wow, FBI, right? You guys always shoot first, or is that just your thing? Then you see the figure. Been a while, hasn't it, Miss Sona?
Uh, I'm assuming I'm still very disoriented.
You
So,
are disoriented, but you notice the voice. It's Kisuke.
Kisuke?
It's Kisuke. Kisuke Aratomi.
Kisuke, what the hell just happened?
So you remember those things I used to tell you about all the time when we were younger? The curses and whatnot? Yeah, they're real.
Yeah, I thought you made that shit up, man.
Nah,
What?
that shit real. That's a curse. Actually, it looks like to me it was like a low grade abnormal. A lot of shit's been happening.
Oh, oh, okay, look, let's get out of the subway so we can talk. My head hurts so much right now.
Yep, let me help you up. Um, as he goes to help you up, he pulls out a device and he'd activate it, and you are now perfectly healed.
Do you learn how to do that?
I made it.
You made it.
I did. Well, come on. I gotta go talk to those passengers. Also, did anyone die?
All right. Yeah, one conductor's dead, but
Ooh.
I think I saved everyone else.
Um, that's gonna be difficult.
Probably.
Um, I got an idea. You're probably gonna hate me for it, but oh well. Kisuke walks over to the passengers, leaving you near a bench. and on the platform as the device now changes. It resembles something from a movie you once watched,
Huh.
or like something you remember. And he puts on black glasses and he has all the passengers look at him, and then a white
I'm gonna
flash.
look away. I'm gonna look away from this flash. I know. I am gonna collect that.
You look away from the flash, and the passengers now go about their day, and Kisuke comes back.
So you, I'm assuming you made that too.
And that's the same thing. As the device he was holding changes back to the form it was when you first saw it.
Huh.
It's my
How
magnum
are how
opus.
yeah, I can see that.
So, you ran off to the FBI and kind of left us here. Or, yeah, you gotta just dip. What happened?
Well, when we got tight and uh, you know, decided to actually